Coming up on Hot Shots.
This is what we work for all year long. And then the phone rings. And it's my wife.
Why don't you know what to do, babe? Just think. Let's think about it, really.
She's saying that, she's bringing my little girl to the emergency room.
3 of the best shooters on earth.
I've won just about every competition there ever was.
Mic'd up and behind the scenes.
This is what I've always dreamt of being.
This is total access to shooting's biggest star.
Ready to go make some racket.
The Hot Shots. Max Michel first competed in America's national championship way back in 1995 when he was just 13. He won his first title in 2004 and 5 times now has been called an Open Division national champion.
This is what we work for all year long. This is why we're in the gym. This is why we're on the range sweating every day, all day, to come and shoot against the best shooters in the world.
And this year, there's even more riding on it than usual. A victory here in beautiful St. George, Utah, would complete one of the most elusive feats in shooting.
I always look for something new to accomplish each and every year, and this year I thought about the Triple Crown, and that's to win the Pro-Am Championship, the Steel Challenge, which is the World Speed Shooting Championship, and of course the USPSA National Championship. 3 different sports completely. I've already won the Pro-Am Championship, I've already won the World Speed Shooting Championship. Now this is the end. This is the end of my season, and this is the end of my Triple Crown, and if I don't do this, then I'm going to have to wait till next year and try again, and who knows what's going to happen at that point. So this one means a lot to me.
The shooters are heading into day 2 of the 3-day 21-stage match at the Southern Utah Shooting Sports Park. For the 2nd straight year, Max is off to a slow start. But unlike last year's match in Las Vegas, he's still right in the mix.
It was just a survival day for me. They weren't my type of courses of fire. I want to be running around, making things happen on large field courses. I don't like the courses where you stand still and just shoot 6 rounds or 8 rounds. You just need to survive. And that's what I did. I didn't fall back too far. I was, still happy with my performance to some degree on day 1. And, going into day 2, I'm still within striking distance, and that's right where I need to be.
As has become custom, Max is facing his toughest challenges from his fiercest rival. And as the start signal sounds on day 2, the likes of Shane Coley and Casey Eusebio look to continue their hot starts. This is stage 4, which requires a minimum of 32 rounds over a course that features 13 paper targets and 4 pepper poppers. Max Michel and his Triple Crown aspirations are on the line. His run gives him the win on the stage and pulls him closer to the top of the leaderboard. But all is not well. There's something that has Max on edge, and he has yet to say what it is.
And there's a lot of things going on that's out of my control. And as an athlete in any sport, when things happen out of your control, you have to try to put it out of your head and put up a performance that's going to be tough to beat no matter what. So I'm just going to keep on plugging along, keep trying, see what happens.
By being the man many consider the greatest shooter who's ever lived, Jerry Miculek carries plenty of influence in the firearms industry. But at a certain 3-gun match held each fall in Kentucky, even Jerry is powerless to the whims of the man with the beard.
If you go to a match and you don't find something you need to work on after you get through with it, probably didn't challenge you enough.
To a generation of 3-gun competitors, Andy Horner is a Dr. Evil of sorts. A quiet, gentle man bent on torturing the world's best shooters through the stages he whips up for them at his annual Blue Ridge 3-gun match.
Anytime you go to a Mr. Horner match, and I'm saying that with a lot of respect, if there's ever a match to bring your best game plan to, it better be one of these. You're not going to come here and daydream and do well. He can come up with some pretty wild stages. These stages are going to be physical, extremely accuracy demanding on some of them, And his target styles, you have to actually score points on the target, not just hits anywhere. So you have to run fast, you have to be accurate, you have to stay focused.
Anytime you do stage design year after year after year, I don't want it to get stale.
Coming out of this match, there are going to be parts of my body hurt that I didn't know I even had.
For Jerry, Blue Ridge marks the end of another long season.
That's it, right? These 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yep, 5 of them here. There's one on the right and then 4.
And fittingly, he's carrying the overall match lead into the final 2 stages. But in an Andy Horner match, disaster lurks everywhere.
I'm pretty cold, and I'm second on the stage, so I'm just going to try to shoot solid. Got some real hard shots here. Don't want to try to hero anything, so to really pay attention and just take my time. It's going to feel real slow, but sometimes slow wins. I don't like being second up on a hard stage, but that's what it is. Better than being first. Bullets are your friend. I love you, bullets.
Hot Shots is presented by Cheaper Than Dirt, America's ultimate shooting sports discounter, and sponsored by Daniel Defense, lighter, stronger, better. Mossberg and the 930 JM Pro, the official shotgun of Jerry Michalak. Colt, champion 3-gunner Clint Upchurch shoots the Colt CCR Pro. And by Freedom Munitions. Freedom starts here. Hot Shots proudly support the National Rifle Association. We'll even pay $10 of your new or renewing NRA membership when you sign up through HotShotsTV.net. In just 11 short years, Daniel Defense has transformed itself from a parts maker.
We are very insistent on building every part in-house so we can understand how to build a quality product, how to improve the product.
Into one of the premier rifle manufacturers in the world.
We've come a long way, and it's been pretty amazing.
What's up, Mark?
Understanding Daniel Defense's commitment to excellence is as simple as listening to what its employees have to say about the company's namesake.
He's really committed to the business, where a lot of companies, the owner may take that money and buy a yacht, and Marty Daniel buys machines.
This is actually the first machine that I ever purchased.
Focus is not on making money for the sake of making money, but on building a company that is the absolute best. And when we make money, I see that as an opportunity for us to reinvest it in the company and become smarter and better.
You got plenty to do.
Unlike most CEOs, Marty Daniel has a degree in electrical engineering, spent 20 years running a garage door company, and likes nothing better than getting his hands dirty.
What's up, guys? Doing some wrenching?
Yes.
His people love him for it.
How are you?
Good, how you doing?
Sometimes I'll walk out on the floor and somebody's doing something, and I'll just reach in and start helping, and they're like, "Oh, don't touch that, we got it. And I'm like, guys, I hung garage doors for 20 years. I'm not afraid of a little work. It's okay, you know?
It's great to be the CEO, to be the leader of this great organization. But anybody that works for me, I'd love to have their job, because they all have great jobs. I'm a garage door hanger, that understands what each person does and understands their life and understands their roles. And I can relate to them, and I can help them understand the importance of what they're doing to our big picture and what the company's doing. And so everybody feels involved and they feel engaged.
The result is the Daniel Defense rifle line they all take enormous pride in, and a future that seems to have no limit.
Our goal is to be the premier firearms manufacturer in the world. And we're committed to our customers having the absolute best product in the world. We want them to know they can depend on our product for whatever use they have for it. And we want them to enjoy our product the rest of their life, and we want their kids to enjoy the product that we sold them, and we want their grandkids to enjoy the product that we sold them.
When you have a young family and you're thousands of miles away, there are certain things you fear above all else.
Go, get Daddy.
Mackenzie Michelle has always been a USPSA baby. She was born 2 years ago, on the same day her dad won his last handgun national. And unless the schedule changes, her birthday will always fall the same week as Max's biggest match.
My wife has to plan the birthday parties and, when's Daddy going to be home so he can be here and he doesn't miss that. So it's definitely difficult. And of course this year, you know, we did the same thing, planning around her birthday.
Daddy, throw you?
But right now, birthday parties and shooting competitions aren't at the top of Max's mind.
The phone rings, and it's my wife.
Why don't you know what to do, babe? Just think. Let's think about it, really.
She's saying that, you know, she's bringing my little girl to the emergency room, which is very, very difficult for me, obviously, at this time. Trying to hold back tears, try to be strong for her, and it just was difficult to hear on the other end.
Tell me the reason why.
Here I am again, you know, leaving my wife at home. You know, I feel like a failure as a dad at this point. You know, I'm out here doing my job, and this couldn't come at a worse time because I'm thousands of miles away.
I gotta go shoot, so just keep me posted.
For me to have to tell her, you know, babe, I have to go do this job
Max is in the hole.
For the family. You know, I'll call you back as soon as I get done this stage. I just have to go and shoot, and it's difficult.
As Max's time to shoot approaches, he's admittedly uncertain about what he should do.
Now I have to click that switch to become a professional again. You know, go from dad to husband to professional shooter. And it's the hardest thing that I'm going to have to do, and I don't quite know how I'm going to do that.
With a mind clouded with worry,
Are you ready?
Max Michel steps to the line.
Stand by. You're finished unloading. Show clear. If clear, hammer down holsters.
His time is the best of the match. Max wins his second stage of the day.
I'd be lying if I said that I was 100% concentrated on that course. I mean, who would be, right? Would you be? I mean, that's a very hard thing to do, to be able to click that switch and say, it's go time, let's go and shoot this stage, and let's try to gain some of these points back and keep the flow of this day going the way it's been going, when all I can think about was her, and think about what she's going through right now, and the pain that she must be going through, and the pain my wife is going through just watching her, and not being able to help, and me being helpless. I'm thousands of miles away, feeling like a failure of a father, you know, and the only way that I can make it better for her is to go out here and to win this stage and to win this match. This is going to be for Mackenzie.
Today's ultimate performance, presented by Cheaper Than Dirt, is from Max Michel.
It's not going to be an easy task. We have to go pretty quick here.
During a break in a training session in Finland, Max challenged himself to react to the buzzer, draw, and knock down 4 steel poppers that are 10 yards away. He thought there was an outside chance he could do it in less than 2 seconds.
Here we go. Oh, we might have did it. 1.36 seconds, just like that, 1.36.
Max Michel from the other side of the world with today's ultimate performance, presented by Cheaper Than Dirt, America's ultimate shooting sports discounter.
I like to take things apart. I'll take a paper shredder apart.
Burt Miller has always had a passion for the mechanical side of life.
I was like that when I was 6 years old. My mom stayed on me because they'd get me a new toy. I'd tear it apart and see how it worked and try to put it back together.
Now he gets paid for it. Burt is a quality assurance engineer at Daniel Defense.
On the upper receiver, we actually check about 200 dimensions, about the same on the lower.
He's part of a highly trained team that uses its cutting-edge technology to make sure every Daniel Defense rifle meets ridiculously high standards.
That machine is accurate within about 1/10,000th of an inch.
Daniel Defense's bar is so high that not even mil-spec, the highest standard a gunmaker can be held to, is enough.
We even go beyond mil-spec and call it mil-spec plus, since we hold our products to a higher standard.
Commitment to quality is a big reason Burt Miller knew right away he'd found a job he might never leave.
When I came here, I felt like I found my home, you know. Marty's the type of guy that spares no expense when it comes to having the right equipment, the right tools for the job.
Marty is Marty Daniel, the man whose name is on the building.
That's got a lot to do with why we make such a good product, because if you go to him, Marty, we need this, he's like, okay, we'll get it.
At Daniel Defense, quality might start at the top, but without its Burt Millers carrying it out every day, it would be little more than a nice idea.
been that way all my life. It's kind of second nature to me.
At the Blue Ridge 3-Gun in Kentucky, Jerry Michalek is next on the line and cognizant of the mental strength he needs to tap into to survive another long and challenging course of fire.
You're cold, it's early in the morning, the lighting is very poor. I anticipate a bunch of smoke and noise coming out of that car. You're going to be sticking your muzzle in there, so that's going to be a big distraction. So it's not going to be any gimme shots. You're going to have to really work and stay patient enough to make a shot without dying. You're going to have to be engaged for every stage. If you come to one of these stages and you forget to think, it's going to look like it. So that's the thrill of the 3-gun competition.
Stand by.
Nice one, Jerry. Slide forward, hammer hustle.
Jerry's score will hold up as the best, not just of the Open Division's 27 shooters, but of the match's 233.
That's right in with the quickest run we've had.
Yeah, I planned that. I was just grabbing for anything, man. Like, somebody throw me a rope.
Your back is so warm. This is fatherly love. No matter what he says, he loves me.
That is cold. Those hands are cold.
Lena Michalek will shoot next.
Do well.
Kay Michalek is the final shooter.
Nicely done. You can breathe now.
Shouldn't be this winded after a, what, 50-yard run?
Yeah.
For Team Michalek, the shooting season has one stage to go. As Max Michel tries to focus on winning his 6th USPSA Open Division National Championship and capturing pistol shooting's Triple Crown, his thoughts are 1,700 miles away with his family at home in New Orleans.
I miss so many things, birthdays, anniversaries. You know, I've missed several, unfortunately, funerals, if you can believe that. You know, I'm on the road a lot and a lot of things happen. And it's just it's difficult.
But nothing's ever been close to as difficult as this. His 2-year-old is in the emergency room, and Max is halfway across the country. He's just won his 2nd stage of the day and grabbed the overall lead in the match.
There's always something going on, you know, but you gotta try to do your best and put everything behind you and do your job for the seconds that you're up there, and then you get back and do what you can for your family. So I gotta go do right by them and do my job, and then get back to them as soon as I get done here.
Are you ready? Stand by.
Finish the load and show clear, clear him.
Max's run isn't the fastest, but it is the best. It's his third stage win of the day, and the news from home is getting better.
Mackenzie's out of the hospital now. She's home. She's doing well. She's getting some medications, and she's just taking a nap, kind of, you know, taking a break at this point and just getting healthy. But she's on the road, and she's on the road to recovery, and she's on track to getting better.
It was one of the most challenging days of Max's long career, but he was able to overcome it all. As the world's best shooters head into the final day of America's national championship, Max Michel will carry the overall lead. His dreams of winning his 8th handgun nationals and pistol shooting's Triple Crown are very much alive.
It was a great day for me. You know, I just couldn't have shot any better. Under the circumstances for my little girl, I picked up a good 40 or 50 points on most of the guys, most of the top guys in the squad. So at this point, going into day 3, I'm just under 20 points ahead of second place, which is KC, and I have my lead. That's all I can ask for.